everyone, this is Tracy from We Craft at Home, and this is the Tattered Lace Rekindle, going over them again, trying to, we paid a lot of money for them, we should use them. So this time I'm concentrating on Valentine's Day because of the time of the year, and I will be using issues 1, 13 and 24. So I've got them ready here, so let's go over there. So for issue 1, I'm going to do this one. I've got a feeling I might have done it before, but I'm not 100%, I can't remember. But anyway, I'm going to do it again because I like it. Don't like the sentiment, don't like the bow, but we like to do our own changes. I've also cut out an extra set of the couple for another project I'm doing. On issue 13, I'm doing the Up in the Clouds. I think it's number 3, this one. I'm pretty much doing it as it is, apart from the sentiment, as always. And I'm not sure about the bow. I don't know if it needs something else. I do like the bow, but yeah, I'm having to think about that. And then for issue 24, I'm going to be doing this one, but what I'm going to do, I took it into canvas and I pulled it out a little bit so that it was a wider heart. I think it looks nicer. If you're doing that, remember you want all 3 parts to do that. And then I've cut 2 of the shape out so that the back of the card is the same instead of the block piece like it's done there. And then I'm going to have the couple standing in the gap there to strengthen when it stands up. But I'll show you all that when we get over to the craft table. I think that's all you need to know for now, so I will see you over there. What I really wanted to do was just quickly show you how I changed this, just so that for those of you that don't know how to do it, you can see how I done it. So I've brought everything onto the page, so it's the mat, the cutout piece, and then the card shape. So with the cutout piece, you don't need to do this, but I'm going to do this just so that I can show you the oval shape. I am going to take out of the rest of the group. And the reason I'm going to do that is then I am going to shift and hold both, and I'm going to subtract it. Now, you saw it's on top of everything, but if I subtract it, it's going to take a while because there's a lot there. If I subtract it, you'll be able to see the red behind, and that's how it will look on the card. Okay, so there we go. That's how it's going to look. But you don't need to do that because obviously you're cutting it out. It doesn't matter. I've just done that to show you. So I'm just going to put them together so that you can see that. Now for the card, what I personally would do first, I'm just going to go to layers, and I want this. I will change the score line. I don't like the score line they use. Those of you that know me know I like the 3rd line down. It's further apart, there's less chance of it breaking it up, so I always use that one. But before I group that, I am going to duplicate that so that we got 2, because what we're going to do quickly, I'm going to click on that again to bring up the points. I don't need the control points, and all I'm going to do is take away those 2 points there so that we don't have this. We only need one of them to stick it together. So now I've got that and that. That's kind of the idea how it works. And I'm going to look at the size because it's quite long as well. If you have 8x8 envelopes, we will take that down to 8. Okay, so now for the width, we need it all so that it all goes the same width. And all I've done was take it across so that it was 8 across all the way. We've got this little bit, so it'll be a little bit less than 8. So if you want to take that little piece into consideration. I think it's about 1/2 inch. Actually, it might be 1/4. Let's go a bit closer. Okay, so there's the grid. Yeah, maybe 1/4 inch. So display zoom to matte size. So you could take it up to 25. So it doesn't distort it really, but I like it just a little bit better. So that's how I done that. I just wanted to show you all so that for those of you that didn't know, you could see how I done it. So now I really will see you over at the craft table. Okay, so I'm over at the craft desk and we're going to start with this one, which, like I said, I kept very simple and done it exactly like they did basically. Just change the sentiment. So I don't know, let's see if I can show you. The score line is on that one, and I like the score line at the back, but we're going to put the glue so it's above the score line. It's very cold in my room, so the glue's not flowing very well. There we go. So I've just glued both above the score line. Round. And then we're just going to make sure we stick them together. Make sure they meet at the bottom. There we go. And then from the back, once it's dry, you just pull your score lines out a little bit. I'll wait till it's dry and then I'll show you. So for now, we'll keep just adding the layers. It's very straightforward, this one. So try and get it as much in the middle of the card as you can. Now the next layer I put on pads. Okay, so again, centralise it so it matches, and then this one is going on flat again. So this is the main piece. I'll just stick it on and then I'll show you something. So I used a stamp, and they're little okay, back of the card. They're just little tiny sentiments. I use this one up here. I think I got it from Temu, if I'm being honest. I did stamp it straight on, but I don't know about you, I feel like it gets completely lost. Now, what I done, I stamped it out again on a piece of white card, because the main card's white, and that stands out a lot better. So I'm going to do that. So if we just stick our lovely little couple on first, I printed it out and then I cut out another one without the lines, without the main lines in white card, so that it's more solid. This one I would put on pads. And then I have just got a little red bow. Actually, that might look nice above the... Okay, I wouldn't normally use this glue to stick a bow on, but I'm going to just do it quickly. Yeah, that's nice above the words like that. And there you go, one card done already. So it's quite a simple card. It took it's cutting it out and everything that takes a long time. So there you go. Now it will fold. Maybe fold it before you glue it. So now, okay, she says. Oh, it doesn't stand very well. So I think what we'll do, just chop the end off. We'll see if that works a bit better. That's not great start, is it? There we go. So I've just chopped the end of the main card heart off. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Okay, so that's card number 1. Number 2 is again very easy. And for this one, I've done practically what they've done. Again, I had this stamp, and it's from Pink Fresh Studio. It came with one of my magazines. But I like the sentiment, if you can read it. So it says, I love you more today than yesterday, but not as much as tomorrow. So I used that. And I got this free at one of the craft shows. I can't remember what one it was, but you know, you get your free gifts and everything. This was a free one. Oh, and I didn't deliberately stick this card straight down because I wanted to show you. To cut the 3 pieces out takes more than an A4 card, so I done my usual little cheat, and I cut it out the middle of the square before I stick it down, like that. I'm going to stick it down flat. I hate card waste, and you know, it's not going to hurt, is it, for it to be taken out the middle. You're not going to notice it once it's on the card. I just use one of my pre-made cards rather than cutting out the card shape. So then this I've put on pads. I stamped straight onto the backing paper with a couple of the hearts from this pack. So you've got the little hearts in there as well. So that's like that. And then this, I've stuck it flat onto the craft card behind, and then I've put some pads on, and only some of it because I only want it sticking on this. So I made sure when I was putting the pads on, I laid it like that so I could make sure none of the pads got over. Then that goes on like that. Now again, I think what they've done, they put a big bow there. I done that. I stamped it out in vintage sepia with VersaFine, and it stands out because of the white. So you got that. Because of the white trim of the card, that stands out okay. And there's also white on here. So I felt comfortable doing that. And although it's simple, I kind of like it. Kept it very simple. I mean, you could put some string, maybe. But I think I'll just keep mine like that. There's so many different ways of doing it, but I kind of like it as simple as that. So the heart one that I showed you how I changed on canvas. I did do the tag, but I got the wrong red, and as you can see it doesn't go so well. So I changed my mind on that, and I stamped onto this white piece here that goes here, and there I used this one. Again, I think it might be from Temu. So with this, you've got the card shape with your fold to stick it, and then just the basic shape underneath. So we need to glue this on. I've just folded it and then put it together. There we go, now it's stuck. I'm just going to burnish it to make sure it sticks firmly. So now we have a card that's shaped at the back as well as the front. Not exactly like what they done. So many different things you could do. So this I'm going to keep pretty much flat, most of it. We've got that, and actually I was worried about it standing, but it stands on its own really well. So I was going to do the couple. I've done 2 or 3 layers of card before I put the actual decoupage on there. So I was going to do the couple like that to give it an extra solid base, but I'm not sure I need to now, so it might be nice to... Where's the sentiment? So this sentiment is a really old Phil Martin set that I had. Really old. But I wanted this one to be more about anniversary. So I've used the same drops that I used on there, and just because it was a bit flat without anything. And I was going to put that at the top of the heart there. So maybe this couple, yeah, like that. Or does it look better like that? No, I think I like it like that. We'll do that instead. It didn't need the support in the end, so that's a good thing. So we're doing right down the bottom. I think I might do the sentiment on pads. Oh. Sometimes it's so cold now, I don't think the pads seem to have lost their stickiness. So I'm just going to add a little bit of extra glue just to help it, and then we've got that one there. And I'm really pleased with that one, because it's an anniversary card. It's got a nice bit of writing up there, and it stands so well. And then, I mean, the red outline bit you could cut out again in paper and do your sentiment on the inside, or right down there. You can do whatever you like to the inside. But that, very simply, was my 3 cards from the Tattered Lace magazine that I've played around with. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will be back soon. Now that I'm better, I will be doing a lot more of them again. So I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.